Oh, I hope you guys doing fine. I hope you doing wonderful. I hope you are discoing. This is my weekly brief for the gold technical analysis. And what a week, what a day, what an amazing time. Okay, I'm always very, uh, always, I really wanted to make sure that I make these videos during the uncertain times. And also, I like to tweet during uncertain times. Please, if you like the video, push like, share, and subscribe. And even if you're following me on Twitter, please like. Please make me feel needed and appreciated. I beg of you. And even if you follow me in LinkedIn, please like, share, and make me feel appreciated, please. Okay, so am I bullish on gold? Absolutely. Even though it looks bad. Good deal. So I'm starting with the TLT, and what we start with is the breakout in TLT for this week. We broke out of this inverted head and shoulder with beautiful confirmation, and we retest and we succeeded, and it's extremely obvious we got into this trading range, and now we really are going for the July 20th high, which used to be an area of supply right here with the breakdown of early this year. So we tested this resistance this time, this time, this time, and this time, and we failed 4 times. I think this time we're gonna succeed. So this is the daily time frame for TLT, and it is bullish just by looking at it. What about the weekly? Is the same thing. We made sure that we found buyers at the old resistance. So we after we were breaking down, now we're breaking out, and we got into this trading range. So we had a bullish engulfing in the week before, then non-confirmation, and now confirmation. So I talked about TLT in the weekly and daily, and it is extremely obvious that it is bullish. Good deal. This is the EURUSD, which is the most important thing in the index of DXY USD. So what's my RSI rule? I always believe, and I've never read that, if you go to let me talk about oversold now, not overbought. So if you go to oversold, you have to clear that with another test, and you have to miss the oversold. Like this one here. You have a low in the price action, a low here. So you test the RSI. You made in that time a lower low, yet you did not go to oversold. So you made a bottom and a bounce. And you see, you don't have to go through a retest of that low in the price action right here. But here you have to, here you have to, here you have to, you have to, you have to. So the only time you can clear this low in the RSI, which was in the price action this day, is to go test it, succeed in the RSI, and you don't go through oversold. So if we go on Monday below this low right here, which is, oh, come on, man. Okay. The low of 115.24. So if we register 115.23 and the RSI is above 30, we have bottomed. So what was today's low? This could satisfy the rule because you really retesting it and succeeding in the price action. So the low was 115.35. You missed it by 10 cents. Okay. So in this picture right here, you have a very, this is the pipe formation that I talked about in my videos and Twitter, and in the Bollinger Band. You have a tide formation, which is pipeline, and you have volatility. So the volatility is starting now, and sometimes you follow the MACD direction. And where is the MACD directing this bad boy right now? It is still in bullish mode. Okay, so the bias is up for this one. And also, the theory of the Bollinger, you test the lower end of the Bollinger Band, and you have to go for mean reversion, which is at least this 20-day moving average. Yet, I'm hoping on Monday you go below this day right here, and you don't go down the RSI, then the bottom is in. So this is the daily time frame. Let's look at the weekly time frame for the USD. Let me look at stochastic, because sometimes it's real. It gives you good information in the weekly time frame. A bullish crossover. Once you go over 20, good things happen. What happened here? You had 2 weeks of price expansion. You have all that price expansion. And this is an exception. This is the pandemic chaos. But overall, you do this, good things happen. And what makes it really significant, if you have lower low in the stochastic and a higher low here, you have a lower low here and lower low here, makes the bounce very significant. What is the percentage of the time? Oh golly, a lot of times. Okay, so let me look at the USD, the index for the dollar. Same thing is right here for the dollar. We had a monstrous rally in the dollar today. I think it's the speculators. It's the last hurrah for the speculators. So this is the weekly time frame for the USD. And I'm arguing here since 2016, every time you have a negative or positive divergence and you go down, you confirm it with a dip in the stochastic, bad things happen, and vice versa for positive divergence and good things happen. So the lowest retracement was 3% since 2016. So what happened here? This is an exception too. I don't like to talk about the pandemic. So you have a high, higher high, and a high, lower high here, 3.4 retracement. You have a high, higher high, high, lower high, almost 4% retracement. Okay, same as here. And now we have duration, a long duration from April till today, 25th of October, and even stochastic. So you have high, lower high, and you have also the shorter duration since August 16th, high, higher high, high, lower high, with the confirmation stochastic dipping below 80. Okay, so what's the percentage of retracements? the probabilities in the past? 100%. Okay? So I talked about Euro USD, USD itself, TLT daily and weekly. Let me look at SLV, the ETF for silver. So what happened today? You had a price rejection from the low and this beautiful bullish hammer. Yeah, it's a hammer, but yet it's below the 10-day moving average. And what's bad about this picture? Before, you had high, higher high, right here. You could measure it from here, October 19th, October 22nd, two higher highs. Unfortunately here, high, lower high, and a confirmation. So it is not bullish and it's not really bearish. As I said in the last video last week, we will retracement, but we will be in the retracement mode, but it's not the end of the world. I can argue that we have left shoulder, right shoulder, head, but we have to wait and see for this to came into fruition. Yet there's no meltdown in silver, only a retracement. And also we still have a bullish MACD, so we might go down in stochastic and we make the KISS formation and we go back up. So this is the daily time frame. We look at the weekly time frame. Same bullish formation, looks like left shoulder, head, right shoulder. And what's beautiful here is, it's another thing that I showed in the USD. It's another past performance that repeated itself perfectly in the past. So every time the stochastic goes to this level in the weekly time frame, it's always a guaranteed of dipper buyers. So see what happened in May. So you have this dip, then you have lower, higher highs in the dipper buyers until you hit the overbought, then you went down. Same thing happened here, April. Okay, and you go all the way till overbought, and you go down. Same thing happened. I don't like talking about the pandemic because it's really an exception. So let's talk about 16th of December 2019, and that's what happened. So I would say 90% of the time at least you would have the stochastic going to overbought, from oversold to overbought in 2 to 3 months time span, where the price action expands to the upside. And what makes it better this time, different than many times before, as it came with almost a bullish MACD. By next week, this bad boy will be in bullish mode, and once it goes in bullish mode, good things happen in the longer term. Okay, and it always happens. It happened here, with the so-called short squeeze, and this is an exception to a lot of immature people try to have a silver squeeze and it went back down. So the one before is at the pandemic. I don't like that time because it was an exception, so I don't think about that. So this one, July 8th, 2019, and good things happen. So we might retrace in silver, But longer term, we're doing fine. That's why I said last week, if you can't handle it, don't watch for the next 2 weeks. Gold is the same. So what happened? You had a price rejection from lower level in GLD, which is gold, ETF for gold. Okay? And it's very bullish if you think about it. Yet you're below the major moving averages, which is not good, but it's not the end of the world. We're still in bullish mode. We might have a kiss, then go up, but we don't know the future. The same as everywhere you look, you have the negative divergence, which is not. Always negative divergence is really not a good event. But it's not the end of the world for gold. As I said last week, if you can't handle it, just stay for a couple of weeks. Because once we have the bearish MACD, we might have at least 10 trading days for this bad boy to go back up. So relax. It's not going to be bad. I'm hoping. Let's look at the weekly time frame. What do we see? What happened? Okay, it's not working. I don't know why, but the good thing about GLD is we have, let's assume this is GLD, okay? We have the same thing. We have the bullish MACD and the bullish stochastic, which tells me we're still going to be in a good rally mode, yet with some bump in the road. So I'm bullish in gold and silver in the longer duration. Okay. Newmont is the same. Newmont got hammered yesterday because of the earning report. It was beautiful. It was doing cup and handle. And what happened? You know, bad earning happened. So what happened today? We had a beautiful inverted hammer after red day. So usually this is bullish, even though you feel bad that it goes all the way up, but it shows the risk appetite is going up, which is wonderful. Yet usually the MACD is bearish right now. Let's see if the gold is okay. I don't want this to go dark on me. So the MACD is bearish right now in Newmont, which means at least 2 weeks of trying to find another bottom. If gold goes up and dollar goes down in the meltdown mode, we might have such a day like this one. Last time we had a big earning miss in late April, but because of the momentum in gold, we had a beautiful rally of 22% from May till June for a whole month. So this is a probable scenario. If gold trades water, this is a probable scenario. Am I bearish on Newmont? If I'm talking about Newmont, I mean I'm talking about gold miners, which is GDX, J, all of that. Am I bearish on them? Absolutely not. So the worst case scenario is 10 trading days, try to find a bottom. Then we go back up because the bullishness is intact in the bond market via TLT. The bearishness is intact in the DXY via the weekly time frame. Gold and silver still doing wonderful. So gold mine is going to be okay. So the worst case scenario is 2 weeks of bottom finding. Please like if you like, share and subscribe, and remember that this goes forever.